Welcome back to Drawing with My Cats. Get your art supplies ready and let's draw together. The colors that you'll need for today's drawing are blue, green, yellow, orange, light purple, purple, and dark purple. All right, welcome back everybody. My name is Brent and these are my cats, Leo and Eli. We're glad to be back with you guys. And for those of you who are new to this channel, we make beautiful, huge abstract works of art using budget-friendly art supplies. So stay tuned, you guys. I think you guys are going to really like this drawing. We're going to get right into it today. We're starting with a yellow marker. You guys saw the colors in the intro there. So if you guys want to follow along, I'd love to have you follow along. I hope you guys are doing great. All right, let's get started. These guys, Leo and Eli, are having a treat up here. They got some new canned soft cat food. They really love it. We're starting in the middle of our paper today, you guys. Focus in right here if you can. We have our candle lit. We have a cozy scene for drawing. So a lot of you guys who are new to this channel, you're going to see something amazing made, and we're going to put it together in time lapse on the floor on 9 pages of paper. So there's a surprise ending to every video I make. So you guys stay tuned. Make sure you see this to the end, but don't forward to the end because my channel is about storytelling also. So as we draw, I tell a nice calm story. And today, just follow along, you guys. If you want to draw along, you can see I started in the middle. I'm using my yellow marker. I'm just kind of making loops and swirling in. We go looping in, and we're going to work our way out with different colors. Today I'm telling a story, you guys, of it's sad in a way because, you know, I recently lost my father. I know he's at peace now because he fought a battle of leukemia for 4 years. So some of you guys might be going through that, or don't know, have a loved one who's going through something like that, you know, and that's all we can do is provide positivity and optimism. He fought for 4 years, and that was amazing. That my dad was 81 years old when he passed. But I wanted to, you guys know this channel is about somewhat about storytelling, and you guys, I wanted to honor my dad by telling one of his stories today. So you guys prepare yourself for the most amazing, unbelievable story, and I'm going to try to tell it to the best of my ability because he says it was true, but I know back in the day, him and his buddies, they drank a little bit, and I'm not sure, man. You guys decide, but it starts off where we live here in the Midwest, in Michigan, during the winter, when a lot of people are staying in and cozy. Well, this happened back in the 70s. When a lot of people, you know, you got out, that was what they had to do back then because there was no video games or things to do much. So they fished and hunted. And in Michigan, there's a lot of that. And I know there's a lot of states like that. Well, he called up his buddy and said, hey, let's go ice fishing. And so they ended up out on the ice and they set up all their stuff. And you have to drill holes in the ice. You have to use this thing that spins like this. And you drill a hole real deep in the ice so that you can run your line down in there for ice fishing. But they got there, and something different was about to happen because his buddy brought a saw and a spear. And my dad said, aren't we using our fishing poles? And the guy said, no, we need to cut a square hole in the ice, and we're going to put a shanty over it. That is like a tent. You put over the ice, and then you can see down to the bottom of the lake. And so my dad said, okay, but the spear, I don't know what you're thinking. And the guy said, well, we're going to try to spear northern pike. That's a big, delicious fish that you can eat here in many of the Midwest states, including Canada. They have a lot of teeth, and they look like an alligator almost. You guys have never seen one. Look up a northern pike. So they drill their holes, and they set up to fish, and they're all set up. And we got right into the story today, you guys. Let's go ahead. They're getting ready to fish. We're switching to green, so we went yellow, orange, and green. So in this channel, I try to do a drawing tutorial and a story at the same time. So that's, we're doing that though. But so they didn't drop fishing lines this time. So they have this big square about the size of this table, and they're sitting in chairs, and my dad's buddy has a spear, and he's waiting for a pike. I guess they maybe put a minnow down in the hole like bait and wait for a pike to come in, and then he's going to try to spear the pike. Well, you have to wait a while in fishing, and so they sat and enjoyed telling stories together, and they also enjoyed drinking back then. A lot of they like to have a sip of whiskey out on the ice or some beers, and so they probably had quite a few. And then that's where this tale starts to come into true or false. And it's hard for me to believe it. It's one of my favorite stories that my dad ever told. So they're waiting. They've had a few drinks out on the ice, and my dad can see this big silhouette of something coming underneath the water, and it's just unbelievable. He's sitting there looking at it, and his buddy, and I'm going to tell this as I draw, so I'll try to control myself. And it's coming closer and closer, and my dad tells his buddy, "Ready your spear, here it comes." Next thing you know, you guys are not going to believe this, and I still am going to have trouble with this to this day. And you guys prepare yourself, because this is kind of any hunting or fishing is kind of I guess if you're harvesting it and you're planning on eating it, that's one thing. If you're doing it just to be killing, that's not good. But so anyway, what I'm about to tell you is unbelievable. The silhouette got closer, and it appeared, and they were fishing at about 3 or 4 feet deep. So this thing was running on the bottom of the lake, and it was a pig. I still have trouble believing that, but according to what my dad said, it had fallen through the ice on the other side of the lake somehow, and it was drowning anyway, or maybe it had fallen close to their hole. But he said there was a pig, and they didn't think they were going to make it anyway. Not a real huge pig, and maybe it had gotten loose from a farm somewhere. It probably would have been butchered anyway down the road for food. So I mean, I guess in a way, thinking, putting it out of its misery or whatever. But anyway, they were drinking, and his buddy said, "I'm gonna get it," and he just went like that. And my dad said, in one move, he hit the thing, and lifted it right up on the ice. It wasn't real big. Do you guys believe what I'm telling you? I still have trouble believing it. I mean, my dad told me this even to the last week he was when he was passing away. He just loved to tell me this story and make me laugh, because I wouldn't believe it. I just told him I refused to believe that, Dad, that you'd be ice fishing and you'd catch a pig. But anyway, so the funny part of this story, though, is they put it on the snowbank up there, and it was on ice, and they were sitting there, and they were getting ready to leave because they had this there. And then there was a guy from in town who was a real nasty person. He wasn't a very nice guy. He was a braggart, and he was just, there's people that you run into that aren't very nice, and he wasn't that nice. And he came in holding this big, huge line of all these fish he caught, like bluegills and all this. It was full. He caught his limit, and he walked up to those guys and said, "See, I told you guys I could outfish you any day." And they said, "Well, you might be right about the fish, but I think we outfished you today," to this braggart guy. And they moved out of the way, and that pig was laying there on that ice pile behind them. And he said that guy dropped his fish, and his mouth was wide open. And he said, "I'm buying drinks tonight at the bar." So anyway, I don't know, you guys, if that's true, but I'm living up to my thing of telling stories on my channel so that you guys can hear something amazing. Last week it was about a bat. Sometimes I share humor. One week I had a stranger climb in the car with me and almost drive off with me in my own car. So if you guys want to go back and look through my stories, you guys can watch some of these videos and hear these stories. But I wanted to honor my dad today with that outlandish, crazy story he used to tell us. I don't know. If you guys have some things that happen in your life that you can't hardly believe still to this day, feel free to share them. I know that my wife's father was a truck driver. He's also passed away, and he would truck drive and deliver all over the country. I mean, and he said many times he saw unidentified objects. Somewhere he'd have to pull over, and he'd just have to stare at it like, what am I seeing? So there's some strange events that happen in the world, that's for sure. I have a lot of friends from Michigan here who really, really seriously believe in Bigfoot. I in fact have encountered a couple things in the woods. Not that I would say I saw Bigfoot, but you just never know. It makes it kind of mysterious and interesting to live in this world, and it makes it fun to kind of throw around belief that, hey, that might be real. But hey, we're finishing up this drawing. We're going to move on to our second drawing. And you guys, as you know, we take two separate drawings and create an amazing marker pattern and put it together in time lapse. We're going to move on to our second drawing. Let me show you our first drawing now. Isn't that cool, you guys? That's our first one. We're going to put that together with the second one. The second one is pretty simple. I'll show you guys how to do this. We're just using purple markers, so we're just going to start with I think we use let's do purple. We start with our purple marker. Yeah, I'm still a little, many of my dad's stories were so amazing, and it was unbelievable, and may his soul rest in peace, and someday I'll see him again. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Good to have you here, and like I said, I'm getting to know a lot of you guys by name, and I appreciate all your kind comments and love and support of this art channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. This drawing won't only take a second, and then we're going to put this amazing piece of art together on the floor, and I think you guys are really going to like it. So, you know what? I want to show you guys something. I couldn't believe it the other day. So, you know, we're almost to March. We're just a little bit away from March, and so anyway, let me finish what I'm telling you, then I'll show you what I'm doing. There was a huge snowstorm the other day, at end of the season snowstorm. The snow was coming down so much. I'm gonna put 2 minutes of just straight snow footage at the end of this video, so you guys can enjoy the piece in this one. So I hope you'll enjoy that. I just wanted to tell you about that. But what we're doing here is we're just making swirls. We're gonna make 3 purple, like pom-pom shapes on this piece of paper. Let me do another one. So we're almost done making our swirls. I hope you guys like my storytelling, and I really appreciate you guys being here, and I bet you're excited to come out of winter. You know, when I was younger, I really loved playing out in the snow and this and that, and I still wouldn't mind going for a walk in the snow, but I gotta tell you guys, I'm happy that winter's coming to an end so that I can sit out on my porch and watch the spring birds come home, like the orioles and all the birds that come in. So we finished with just purple. Now we want to go to our dark purple. I think it's called plum. You're going to take this plum marker and you're going to draw back in on your circles. We're making these beautiful purple blossoms today. When you guys see this picture done on 9 pages of paper, you're not going to believe what this looks like. Well, as you guys can see, my cats have left me. Yep, Eli and Leo, they had their treat, and they took off. They're probably going to take a bath and a cat nap. So as you guys can see how quickly this drawing comes together. It's really fast and it's beautiful. You guys practice these swirls, and then you make a blossom out of the swirls. We only have one more left. Let's go ahead and finish this last one up. I think you guys are going to like this drawing. This looks really cool. We're going to put this together in a repeating pattern with the other drawing. And it's going to be a beautiful, like, quilt. And that's what we do on this channel. We kind of draw quilts. And once again, you guys, as we come to the end of this drawing and our drawing time for our 2 weeks, I only put a drawing out every 2 weeks. I really appreciate you guys as my art family. And you guys have some beautiful souls, and I really appreciate you guys being here and being a part of this art channel. I hope you enjoy relaxing and drawing along, listen to my stories, hearing my cats meow. All right, so we got our first part we got our blossoms done, and then how I make backgrounds, you guys, is really simple. You just take I'm taking a light purple marker, I'm just gonna do brush strokes, and we're just gonna fill this background in with just brush strokes. You just lay your pen on the paper, or your marker on the paper, and turn it on its broadside, and you just start to fill in the background with beautiful light purple brush strokes. And this makes it's a beautiful way to fill in the background. You don't have to use too much ink, and it doesn't take that long to color. Look how quickly we did this drawing, and it just took a matter of minutes to do that. And that's what's cool about the channel, is you guys can see a whole drawing get completed and put together in about 15 minutes. But today I'm putting a 2 minutes extra of this beautiful snowfall that came down that you guys might want to watch. I would say I recommend turn your TV all the way up so you guys can see how amazing and silent that is. I turned when I filmed that snowfall coming down at the end of the video, I turned the microphone all the way up to pick up all the sound, and I'm not kidding you guys. Turn your TV volume all the way up or your device volume all the way up. You will hear nothing. It's just that silence of winter and peace. So make sure you stay to the end and watch that. But all right, here's our second drawing. So we're going to take our first drawing of this swirl and our second drawing of these flowers. We're going to take these and we're going to put these together in a time-lapse art puzzle on the floor. I hope you guys like that. I'll see you guys back here in a minute after you see it. Check it out. Wasn't that amazing, you guys? I love creating these marker patterns, and you guys can do this at home. This art is meant for everybody to try, and that's why I started this art channel, to inspire art and creativity in everyone. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you feel creative and inspired. Get your art supplies out and draw yourself something beautiful today. And you guys, I hope you enjoyed this last, I'm gonna put a 2-minute clip of just a downpour, like a snow globe of snow coming down and just peace. And you guys turn that on your TV and enjoy watching the snow fall. And I'll see you guys here in a couple weeks. Love and peace. All right, art family, we have a little extra video content at the end of the video like I always do, so you guys get to know me. Well, I didn't quite finish the story about the pig on the ice. So for those of you who stayed to the end, get to hear the rest of it. I just wanted to let you guys know that that pig didn't go to waste. In fact, my father and his buddy knew a really good butcher in town, and they took it right over to a butcher, and they had it all cut up and wrapped, and they put it in boxes, and they did take it to the local bar that night, where that guy that wasn't so nice ended up being a nice guy. They ended up becoming friends with that guy later on. I don't know, but it's kind of funny how that worked out. You just never know how friendships start. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know that they weren't killing the pig just to be killing it. They actually put it out of its misery, in my eyes, if this is true, because it would have drowned. And so they took it to a butcher and had it all pieced and cut out for everyone and wrapped, and then they handed it all out at the bar. So I think that's kind of a cool thing, to have fed the town with that. And just wanted to make sure you guys knew it was harvested and not just killed for fun, for pleasure. That's nothing that should ever have to happen. So anyway, I just wanted to tie up the end of the story with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the snowfall. I'm going to leave you guys with the end of the season snowfall. There's 2 minutes of beautiful snow falling. Turn up your TV and listen to how silent it is. If you listen right now, we're getting close to spring. It's almost March. Listen to the birds starting to sing. Can you guys hear? I think that might be a robin. I haven't seen one yet. Let's listen again. I think those were robins. That's a beautiful sound. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the extra content here today with the snow falling and the peace and quiet. And I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Love and peace.